Hi, it's Mandy from Mindset for Success with today's Mindset Matters. Now today I'd like to talk about the topic of focus. So why is focus so important? Well, we live in a really busy, fast-paced world driven by technology. What this means is there are even more opportunities and possibilities to be distracted. How many of you work when you have a notification swishing across your computer, or you have that ping from your phone telling you that there's a message? Now that's a really dangerous way to work because our brain loves to be distracted by bright, shiny objects, and the anticipation that it could be a friend leaving us a message or an invite or something interesting means you're more than likely going to go down that rabbit hole and end up who knows where instead of focusing on what's important. You see, the other thing is our brain loves to move towards pleasure and away from pain. So if you're working on a project that you feel is difficult or hard, guess what will happen? It's so much more preferable to check our social media or emails or anything else but that important task at hand. The energy of the mind is attention. So unless we are diligently keeping our attention and our focus on what's important, we'll be distracted, we'll be less productive, we'll be building our to-do list, getting more overwhelmed, and there's less time to go and do other things in life. So here are a few quick tips to help you keep focused. And just before I share them, you may say to yourself as I share these tips, I know that. And the thing is, yes, you probably do, but if you're not implementing it, then you don't know it. You know it in your head, but you don't own it. So the first thing to do is every morning take a few minutes, spend that extra time to plan your day. And what I do is I write down 2 things that are really important that I must achieve today. I put them on a piece of paper and I put them on my desk. So I'm already moving the energy of my mind onto what is important. Then what I do as I start on a task, I set a clear intention. And remember, the energy of the mind is focus. So I set an intention to be productive, and then I imagine how I'll feel when I've completed my task. The third simple tip is chunk your time. Manage your time or measure your time so you're aware of how long you're spending on a project. What I do is I chunk mine into 30-minute blocks, and I treat it a bit like a race, as if you're an athlete. There's a warm-up where I get everything ready and move all distractions. Then I set my timer and I'm in race mode. I'm only focusing on the task at hand. At the end of the 30 minutes, my timer goes and I take a short break, I stretch, and if I'm still working on the project, I set another 30 minutes and I get back. Or I might go and do another project. So those are 3 simple tips which will help you be more productive, keep your focus on what's important, and now it's just up to you to make sure that you use them. Thank you. It's Mandy from Mindset for Success with today's Mindset Matters.